Everybody, welcome to Rolling on Three, the first Ryker Ride three-wheeler podcast. Today, I have on the show a very special guest. Her name is Beth from her YouTube show, Ryker Rydes. Really big channel, 4,000 subscribers so far.
A
Gaining,
little more, a little more.
gaining a lot of traction, moving real good. Thank you for being on the show. I appreciate it. You're my second guest.
Thank you so much for having me. Thanks, Keith. I appreciate it.
Perfect. I just want to start out. We'll start the question like I usually start. Which Ryker did you get?
I have a 900 Ace. I decided against the rally because I didn't think I was gonna be going kind of off-roading, and I just like the look of the 900. But the 600 has power. Everyone's kind of like scared of the 600. The 600 was great, but I chose the 900 because I wanted to have the power there if I needed it. So I'd rather have the power there and not need it than need the power and not have it. And I'm very happy with the purchase.
And where did you get your Ryker from? A dealer?
No, funny enough, I did not get it from a dealer. I actually bought it used. I think everyone assumes I bought it new, but I actually bought it used. It had 500 miles on it, and it was in tip-top shape. And before I bought it, I called the dealership up that he actually bought it from and verified that it's never been in for any kind of maintenance issues and didn't have any problems. So 500 miles, and I saved so much money buying it used. So it's nice to get it used. The braking period's done and it's just kind of ready to go. And I've never had a problem with it since.
Well, I guess I'm the only person who purchased it from a dealer and paid all those fees. But I was on the waiting list for mine because as soon as it came out, I ran to the dealer. I'm on the waiting list, and then I get the call 2 days before, and the guy's like, "I got two. You either get me, you got to be here in 2 hours, or they're gone." So I ran right down and got it. But
it's so funny that's in such high demand. I think it's awesome.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So, did you ride before?
You know, not so much. I've always, since being a little girl, I've always been so interested in motorcycles, how they work, the beauty of them, the artistry of them. I've always been obsessed with motorcycles. And then as I got older, any chance I had to rent a scooter anywhere I was, whether it be Key West or Newport, Rhode Island, anywhere I was, I would rent a scooter. I just love that feeling of having the wind in my face. And then I eventually bought a scooter for myself. And it was a decent sized scooter, had a decent sized engine. And funny enough, I didn't love it. I think it was the two wheels on it. Whenever I was afraid to ride it, I was like worried about potholes. I was worried about if there was an oil slick. I was worried about something. I can't usually come back from my ride stressed from being on it. And so I got rid of it and really didn't think about it again. And then come a year ago, I realized I want to get back on it. I want to get on something with a little more power. So I went to a motorcycle shop, and I was really kind of looking for another two-wheel motorcycle. And then it all came back to me why I didn't like the two-wheel. And then I sat on the Can Am Ryker, and the second my butt hit the seat, I was in love. I was just, it was weird. I sat on it. That's why I tell everybody, like, how do you know which one you want, the Spider or the Ryker? I just sat on the Ryker, and I was just, it was just me.
My experience, the same thing. It reminded me when I was a child, and this is probably going to give up my age, but when I used to ride a little big wheel down the block, and you had the pedal and the two handlebars, and that was just so cool. And I said, wow, this is making me feel like a little kid again. I was like, I gotta get it.
That's your Ryker in the making. Yeah, of course. Everybody had a big wheel. That was awesome. Yeah.
That's cool. I'm glad that. So do you ride a lot with groups, or you do a lot of alone riding? What do you do?
It's a great question. When I bought my bike, I really didn't think I was going to ride as much as I did, as much as I do. I thought I'd be riding it to the store, ride it to go get a cup of coffee and around the neighborhood, just kind of like what I did with the scooter. And then somehow I fell in with this group called Soul Flow Riders, based here in South Florida. And there's a lot of us, and we ride together. We ride every weekend, and so I ride a lot in big groups, and we ride everywhere. We ride to the Keys, we ride to the Everglades, we just ride. So there's pluses and minuses. I love riding with the group. I love the camaraderie of the group, but then I also like doing my own thing. I like kind of pulling off when I want to pull off. I like going at my speed. I like doing my own thing. So I like both ways. I'm very happy in groups, and I'm very happy in riding solo. Either way, I'm great. long as I'm riding, I'm good.
That's great. Well, it's Florida, so you got all that riding weather.
That's
I
great.
got to
It's
go down.
summer.
I
Definitely
I
summer.
have to go down for a season, and I have to, bike it up. It's New York, so it is not cool riding in the snow.
No, it is not.
Um, so now we're talking about your bike and all that. Let's talk about those mods, because I've been following your channel, and man, tell me, and a rough estimate about how much money in mods.
I knew you were gonna ask that, so I actually I wrote it out, and
Oh,
it's a little embarrassing. I got to tell you, I'm at $2,222 worth of mods on a bike that I spent $7,400 on. So
listen,
percent-wise,
that's not bad, because I'm at 1,800.
yeah,
Yeah, so you're not doing so bad. I mean, I like what you're doing on your channel.
yeah.
I mean, you're on point. I know I've seen your comments. You've helped a lot of people out. A lot of people.
I try. Yeah, I think my channel, the beauty of it is that I've never had a bike before. I've never worked on a bike before. I've never worked on a car before.
Mhm.
I am just like everybody else. I'm not a mechanic. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know if I should admit that to people watching, but I have no idea what I'm doing. And so when I'm doing it, I am literally learning before I do the modification or do the add-on or do the oil change. I do all my research. I do all, tons of stuff kind of behind the scenes to get to where I feel comfortable doing it live on the, or on the channel. So my motto is, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Because I honestly have no clue what I'm doing. So when you see me doing it and it looks kind of easy or difficult, that's what's happening at the time. Some modifications are definitely more difficult than others, but I'm willing to attempt anything. I love working on it. It makes you one with the bike when you work on it. I feel like
It's true. It's true. I'm the same way, but I rode before, so tinkering with bikes wasn't scary to me.
yeah,
I mean, but three wheels is a whole new concept.
right.
But yeah, I've been tinkering around. I've put some stuff up on my channels. I've got people that actually come by and bring their bike, say, hey, can you look at this and look at that? I think I'm becoming like a street mechanic out here in New York City when it comes to Rikers, because
I hope you're getting paid.
nah. I just tell them, look, I got to put it on the show. That's all.
That's exactly right. Exactly
You
right.
got a great.
I'm sorry, I've offered that to people as well. Like anybody that's in the area, if they have a mod that they want to do, we can work on it together. You pay for the mod, I'll be happy to help them install it. And I've done, people who live in other areas, I've actually FaceTime with them and worked on them and helped them do it. So I'm very kind of out there. I love helping, so it's kind of my thing.
No, you're out there. I was referred to your channel by one of my YouTube subscribers.
That's awesome. That's so
Like,
cool.
well, I'm already following them, but thanks.
Whoever recommended me, I appreciate it.
So your production on your YouTube channel is awesome. I mean,
thank you.
it's really great. It's really great. Why'd you decide to do everything on YouTube? Did you have a channel before, or is this something you just?
I've never had a channel before. It's funny. I watch YouTube all the time, and I actually watch it much more now than I ever have, obviously. But it came at a time where I had a lot of serious stuff going on in my life. Some of it's personal, other of it's like my father was recently diagnosed with dementia, and it was like really bad, a really hard time. And all my focus was on him and making sure he was getting the care that he needed. He lives nearby, and it was kind of like a slap in the face. And as he got settled with his diagnosis and the medications and all that kind of stuff, and then I realized I need something, because it doesn't go away. He still has it, and it's been almost 3 years now, so it's still bad. And I needed an outlet. And that's why I ran to get the Ryker, is like I wanted something to kind of take my mind, that kind of, time to relax, time for me. And then I started researching accessories and things to do on the bike. And then I started watching other people's YouTube channels. I'm like, I could do that. I could do a YouTube channel. Sure, why not? Like there's a lot of people that are starting YouTube channels thinking, it's no big deal. It's a lot of work. It's like crazy, as you know.
Yeah. I was actually, the reason I started mine, I had got COVID, and
really?
I was in bed, and I'm just watching constant YouTube videos, and I'm looking out the window at my bike and just saying, this sucks, I was like, I can't do nothing. So as soon as I got a little bit better, I said, you know what? Why don't I just film myself just messing around with my bike? I'm here watching it all the time, and I
Yep.
I'm not sure if my first video was how to wrap a Riker. I'm not sure. But that video is probably where I had got the most traction. Where I said, you know what? I'm gonna just keep doing it and playing
Yeah.
around. Just I'm doing the same thing as you, just playing around with it. You know, I try to throw different videos up there. Same thing. I never had a YouTube channel, and I say, you know, why not? Everybody else is doing it, and how hard
Right?
could it be? Oh yeah, it's pretty hard.
No, it's hard, and I think you need thick skin too, because
Oh yeah,
sometimes
yeah, yeah.
in the beginning, people's comments are so harsh.
Oh yeah, they're mean out
They're
there.
little keyboard jockeys telling you everything you're doing wrong. You're like, man,
Keyboard
this is great,
killers,
you know?
keyboard killers, computer gangsters. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I know, man. So it's rough, but you know, keep up the good work. You're doing great on that YouTube channel.
yeah. Thank you very much, Steve. Appreciate it.
And your ideas, you know, is it you just sticking with mods, or you planning on breaking that channel out into other things? I see you took some trips. You want to
Yeah.
talk about those adventures you took?
You know, I think people look at my channel as, 'cause I follow the stats. I'm like obsessed with all the numbers on YouTube, and I know which ones do well, and it's a fickle audience
Yeah, it
because
is.
they're
Trying to understand YouTube is a
yeah,
is a mind game. Yeah.
yeah, you're literally only as good as your last video, and if your last video is bad, then you can lose them quickly. So I try to be aware of what my subscribers' needs are, and I try to go with that. So I tend to be the person that does the modifications. That's kind of like my thing. And when I veer off of that, I don't really get the views and the comments that I would like. But I recently put out a poll saying, what do you guys want from my channel? Like, what do you want? Because there's only so many mods you can do. There's only so much money that you have, and you're like, okay, do I redo mods? Like, what do I do at this point? So yeah, I'd like to start doing more riding vlogs. I'd like to start doing more. I'm not that good at riding vlogs. Like, there are people that are really excel at it. I find myself when I do it, I'm like, through the whole video. There was one time I did a riding vlog and someone said, you mentioned the word like 32 times. I'm like, thank you so much. I appreciate the insult. So, doing vlogs, kudos to the people that do, like the border Riker. He's one of my favorites. His name's George over in Scotland. He does a great job and has great scenery. And for me, and I'm always like, my GoPro's on the front side of my helmet. And when I'm doing vlogs, like, it's super important to keep your head steady.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, looking everywhere, and it makes the audience dizzy. So I need to get better at it, but I'd like to kind of do more riding vlogs. Now that the weather's changing and it's cooler in Florida, I'm gonna try to get some more vlogs in there and see where it goes. But I like doing that. I have one coming out soon for Windward Walls here in Miami. And it's a really cool place, and they take an old area and they redid it and gentrified it and made it with all cool graffiti everywhere. So that's going to be a cool one coming out.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to get the riding vlogs out because so much traffic in New York City.
Yeah.
So I'm usually like,
you have upstate New York though. That's a beautiful area up there.
Yeah, upstate. It's a little ride for me. I have to take that ride out soon, but just on the daily, it's just tough out here. It's mostly bumper to bumper traffic. But sometimes people get a kick out of me sitting in traffic, just talking and listening and saying, "Yeah, I'm only going 3 miles an hour today."
I know, riding around New York City. That's who wouldn't love to see that? That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of traction on my bike accident too, of sitting in traffic. I just put a video up of somebody banging into the rear of the bike. Yeah.
Is it weird to say I can't wait to watch that?
Yeah, I just dropped it.
Watch your accident.
Everybody loves accidents. I mean, why not put it up there? It survived. I have to say that. If anybody wants to know out there, your bike will survive a 3-mile-per-hour accident. It might be a little bit of pieces shifted around, but it will survive. So just to let those Rikers know, it was an SUV. It was a rear end accident. And
did it take you off the bike at all? Or you kind of just
just a nice little jolt, but it is what it is in New York. You just
Yeah,
you take the hits with the wins, right?
exactly. A friend of mine was on, he was at a stoplight and he got hit pretty bad by a car and it kind of threw him off and broke his leg and stuff. But, you know, they didn't total the bike. The bike kind of handled it pretty well. You know, it's that three wheels that just kind of,
Oh yeah,
it's a false sense of security, but
it is.
it
It is.
definitely makes you feel safer, for sure.
It is. You get very, very relaxed because
Yeah.
I know from being on two wheels when I was a lot younger to now I could sit there and, it's like, it's no big deal. But I am on a bike, I got to remember. But you do start to get that full sense of security. But
Absolutely.
as for the ride, I mean, I love it. I mean, when the first three wheels first came out, when they first released the Spider, I was very, very interested. But then the price. And I was saying, wow, at that price point, I might as well get back on two wheels, and get
Yeah.
something really nice. And
Yeah.
so then I just gave up the whole riding scene. And then the Riker came out and I just ran over to see if I could get it. And then it was a waiting order. I actually have, I think, number 1,000 of the production line.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was looking at the VIN numbers and I'm close to that number. I'm close to 1,000. So I got the pretty good. So I waited for it.
So how do you find that out? You check your
It's
VIN number?
usually the last 4 to 5 numbers of your VIN number. They'll tell you that's how many models were produced from
I'm gonna
that
check
factory.
mine. I know mine was a pretty early on too, I guess.
Yeah, so I know a lot of guys got theirs. They had also got they was able to pick up used ones also that were used for the riding schools. Because when Riker came out, a lot of guys ran out and did it. And they got a lot of used ones back with low miles. But now that I look around and I'm looking online, I see like people selling them. I see a lot of part outs now from accidents.
Yeah.
So, I see some mods. I just did an install on a Ram Air system on one of the guys out here, Ryker. It's nice. It sounds really nice. It's a cool look with the pipe sticking out the side. And I see you guys adding their own tires, and the paint designs and the wrap designs are amazing.
Yes, yeah.
I went to the 9/11 Memorial ride out, and
Oh, nice.
the amount, I mean, I posted the video, but the amount of designs that these guys are putting out there, the paint, it's like, it's a whole new level. It's
crazy. It's awesome. And I don't think when I ride with my group or I just came back from Trike Fest in Daytona, I gotta tell you, I don't think I've ever seen two Rikers alike. This is, what I mean? There's Can Am boasts that there's 10,000 different modifications just for the Can Am products, never mind the aftermarket accessories. So there's probably a million different ways you can modify the bike. And I think that's really why I fell in love with it. That the uniqueness that you can make it your own. It's so cool.
Yeah, the aftermarket accessories, they're branching out more now. You start to see different people putting out different accessories. It's not all, grouped up into one guy. I mean, we've all ordered from that same guy. That's same YouTube .com. He's not sponsoring, so I'm not giving him a shout out yet.
Yeah.
That guy knows who I am and that company knows who it is. I've ordered hundreds of dollars of stuff from him. So when he's ready to, throw me some stuff.
Is it with an S?
Yeah, he'll get a promotion across the channel. But right now, the S blah blah blah.com, cool guys over there. They've responded to me.
Very cool.
Great guys. We went back and forth, but it is what it is right now. But I'm quite sure everybody knows and everybody spent their thousands of dollars at his store. So that's great to know. But I like how everybody's lighting up their Rikers. I like how they're wrapping them up too. It's pretty good. And, I respect the guys that are, and ladies that are out there, doing the work, man. It's creating a nice community of three-wheelers.
It is, yeah.
So
anytime I see a three-wheeler, Spider, Riker, whatever, I feel like this instant connection, like we're a family instantly. It's such a nice community. It really is.
Do you still get the people to pull up next to you and go, what is that?
Not as much when I first, came into it. But I do, every once in a while, I'll get someone that's driving, they're like, about to get into an accident looking, and I like it. I like the attention. Some people are like, I hate it. I hate leaving my house. People are attacking me with, but I like it. I think it's all, the more attention you get, the more, people are aware that that the Riker is something and it's cool. And so I get a lot. I do, but not as much as when I first had it now.
Right, right. Now, all those mods that you did, all the thousands of dollars, is it that much of an improvement, or is there some regrets in there?
I try not to live my life with any regrets. So, I don't have any regrets. Every mod I've done or any accessory I've put on my bike has been very, very well thought out. Some accessories that I have that I wish I didn't need, I can give you that. Like personally, I hate the look of the bike with the max mount.
Really?
But yeah, I fell in love with the bike with that floating seat.
Okay.
It looks so cool like that. But you need the max mount for everything. So this is $300 accessory that's kind of like you have to have it. So whether it's a second seat or I have a one-up backrest for me, and then I have the little carry case in the back. Man, I just hate, I loved how it looked without it, but there was a necessity and I had to have it, but I wish I didn't need it.
Yeah, I totally understand what you're saying.
Yeah. What's your favorite accessory?
Actually, my favorite accessory is probably the windshield.
It's probably the most official, yeah.
Because people say, oh, it changes the look, but let me tell you, I mean, it does change the look, but it eases the comfort on the ride.
Especially the high.
Yeah, so I have to say, I mean, it's not the coolest accessory, but I say it's the best one I bought. I think the coolest accessory is probably the wraps.
Yes.
Yeah. Definitely the wraps. And when I wrapped my bike, it was like, everybody was like, wow, like that just, and I think that's the coolest accessory. Despite the LEDs and all that, the two things that if I had to go back and not spend the money. The muffler I put on, pros and cons. It definitely kills the music. I can't really hear my music anymore.
And it's high. You can't really vlog with it either. It's too loud.
No, you can't at all. So yeah, I tried a few epic fails and maybe $300 in different mics, and I just realized that it's not going to work.
Yeah, it's funny you said that. I was given an exhaust, and his name is Brad, and he gave me the exhaust, and it sounds amazing, and it's just so loud that I actually had to take it off the bike. So it wasn't like a regret purchase, but I was unable to keep it because it was just too loud for me. And I think December 1st, I'm gonna do a giveaway of the actual exhaust.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, but so I guess, I understand that. But people like it loud.
They do.
People, because I recommend his exhaust, and people are like, they're so happy with it, and they love it loud, and the louder the better, and loud pipes save lives and all that kind of good stuff. So people do love it. It's just not for me in my little ears.
That's cool. That's cool. I mean, like I said, spending that kind of money on the Ryker and all the different accessories to make it look unique. I mean, that's what it's all about. Everybody wants somebody to look at theirs and not everybody else's. So
right.
Apply all those different things, but that's great. And like I said before, I mean, I like your channel. You're doing big things on there. So, got anything else coming up? Any type of promotion? Any type of rides? Anything you're doing different? What you want to tell the people out here?
Wow, that's a good question. I kind of just do it fly by my pants, the channel. Like, I don't have anything major planned. I'm trailing my bike to Georgia, and I'm going to be up there for a few weeks. So hopefully, maybe I'll take a road trip to Tail of the Dragon or something like that. And I'm so looking forward to getting up there and into some cooler weather and some mountain weather. And I think Bahar Ron is up there, so I may meet up with him. He's a great guy. So we communicate a lot. So he does the sway bars. I can't recommend him enough. So hopefully I can bump into him and maybe get a little vlog with him. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have anything. My next major modification, which I haven't even thought about yet, is possibly doing the Elka shocks, adding them to the bike.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's kind of, but they're so expensive though, so I'm not quite sure about it yet. But that's my next, hopefully my next major mod. But I have like a few other things reviews to do and accessories and other little things coming up. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I want to thank everyone who subscribes to my channel. It's interesting. You might know this. I don't know if you know this off the top of your head, but it's crazy the amount of people that watch your YouTube channel, I'm sure, who watch a YouTube channel and then watch all the videos, they don't subscribe.
Yes, yes.
And
I have that number on top of my head. I had 60,000 views of my channel, and 89% of those came from unsubscribers. Thank you very much, unsubscribers.
I know.
Subscribe if you like it.
I mean, honestly, it's kind of like, all right, I'm gonna give a plea for both of us. If you're watching a YouTube channel, whether it's mine, whether it's Keith's, and you like it, the only way you can let the person know is by hitting subscribe. It's amazing to me how many people just watch and watch and watch, and we're giving all kinds of free advice. I'm giving free tutorials. I'm giving free reviews. It's like free. And the least thing you can do, the only thing you can really do is just hit subscribe. And that's how the channels grow. That's how people, anyway, I get on my soapbox almost every video. I'm like, dude, if you're watching this, subscribe. Come on now.
I respect it 100%. And I'll tell you a story. I did a YouTube show I made my own center caps for the Riker, right? And I got a lot of feedback. Oh, that's cool. Where'd you get the parts? How'd you make it? This and that. So I actually later on social media, I had got a hit up. Hey, man, I saw your video on the center caps. Where'd you buy the stuff? So I say, hey, man, listen, this is where I got it. This is how you do it. Just watch the video. So the guy, he was pretty big on social media. He gives a shout out and he goes, hey, I have these center caps that I'm making and I'm selling them. Now he was selling them. And he says, I want to thank, Keith Hammer's YouTube for helping us get this product out. And he gave me a great shout out. Great guy. Ryker Rydes. He was actually the first guy I did the podcast through.
Oh, the podcast was great.
Yeah, and thank you very much. And he's actually based out of Florida. And he told me he has about, I can't remember how many cities this Ryker Rydes are in. And it's a really, really big organization. And
that's so cool.
Yeah, I like what he's doing with it. And yeah, I give him a big shout out because he gave me a nice shout out on social media. I picked up quite a few subscribers for him. So I'm going to thank him. But yes, please.
From Ryker Rydes?
Yeah, from Ryker Rydes.
I'm going to make a plea to Ryker Rydes, okay? It is, no, our names are very similar.
Yes, yeah. Okay. He's trademarked though. I just let you know.
So no. So all right, so my apologies to him, okay? So, and looking at his channel, I feel bad because he had his channel, he had his everything before, he had his Facebook page before me. And when the name just was like random name, like I really didn't think I was gonna blow up and be, so I'm thinking, oh, Ryker Rydes, Ryker Rydes. There's really not much thought that went into the name, to be perfectly honest. And then when I saw that his channel, so basically when I went on YouTube and tried to figure out a name for my channel, I saw there was nothing out there that said Ryker Rydes or Ryker Rydes. There was nothing out there on YouTube. So I grabbed it and I didn't think anything of it. I never thought about other social media, like Facebook. It never came to mind. Like I wouldn't, looking back.
I get what you're saying. I
wouldn't have named my channel so close to his. And I want to apologize, Ryker Rydes, right? Is that what it is?
Ryker Rydes.
Ryker Rydes with the RZ at the end. And so my apologies. I never meant to kind of step on your toes, but I think we're both successful, independent of each other. I don't think there's any much confusion on the two channels. So it's all good. We can all live in perfect harmony, but
he's a good guy. And actually I'm bringing up, I think I'm going to do his co-founder of the Ryker Rydes. He's going to be on the podcast coming up. I got a few guys scheduled. New YouTuber, we're just having problems connecting. I like his shows. He does his little vlogs. Thrill
Yeah.
Mouse Moto. He's gave me a lot of shout outs. I like his channel. It's pretty fun.
Yep. Yep. I actually have heard of him too. Yeah. He's done a
Yeah.
cool channel.
So we're trying to hook up so he could be a
Yep.
guest on
Very
here.
cool.
And
Yeah.
like I said,
There's a lot of great YouTubers out there.
yeah, there are, you know, there
Yes.
are. So I've been
Yeah.
hitting them up, and same thing like you. I just said, wow, how come nobody's doing a podcast for Ryker Rydes?
I think it's awesome, and it's so unique that you're doing this. It's such a cool thing for the community. So
Yeah, so that's
it's
exactly
different. I love it.
yeah, so that's exactly how I did it. So I just said, you know what, let me look around. No one's doing it. I said, wow. I said, let me just throw one out there. It can't be that hard. I watched all my YouTube videos and saw how to start a podcast and threw it out there. And here I am. There's a support link always at the end, you know, to donate to keep this thing going so I could get better equipment, better lighting, better backgrounds, you know, things like that.
Absolutely.
Throw out to other channels. But I guess, you know, I pretty much hit everything, every point. You know, Beth, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you so much, Keith. It's a
Promote
pleasure.
promote your channel for me, all your social media. Just give me a quick shout out of everything you have going on.
Absolutely. I'm not really big on social media. I don't know about you, but I have a hard time maintaining my YouTube channel. And I comment on every single comment someone makes. I always give a return comment, and some of them I don't think are even read, but I always, if someone comments, I always take the time to comment back. So between that and doing my research and doing my stuff on Facebook and finding out what people's needs are and what the chatter is all about, I don't know how people maintain multiple social media things. But the only other thing I have is I have a Facebook page that's kind of, I get a lot of requests to people join my personal Facebook page, which I keep separate. I don't, you know, for obvious reasons, but so I decided to come up with a Beth's Ryker Rydes Facebook page.
Okay.
So if you want to join me on there, and you know, it's kind of more of a personal thing. There's not that many, you know, people that are on it, maybe 100 or so. So it's very personal, and I post funny pictures of other trikes or this or that, and kind of just, hey, good morning, how's it going? And so it's a little more of a personal thing, but so it's just on Facebook, Beth's Ryker Rydes. But other than that, it's all YouTube all day long. Subscribe.
Yeah, I'm the same way. All right. Well, you know what, Beth? I mean, that's what you got. Make sure, I just want to let everybody know, subscribe to Beth's channel. It's a great channel. I watch it. The production is on point. The mods, everything. I mean, it's actually top notch out there, you know, and anybody who wants to follow me is La Love Rodful. I know everybody says, what does that mean? It's a childhood joke. It was given to me, and I have to keep the name till the day I die. It was just a bond that I have with a friend. So everything's going to be La Love Rodful, La Love for Riker, blah, blah, blah. You can find me on Instagram at Shadow Black Riker, because that's what they call it in the street. So I just named it Shadow Black Riker. You can find my Riker pics and my short videos on Twitter under Serving Warrants. You can figure out, take that how you want it, but that Twitter name is Serving Warrants. You can figure out what that means. The podcast Rolling on 3 on YouTube, on Spotify.
Absolutely.
And hoping to get it on iTunes soon. iTunes, you heard me. I'm trying to get it out there, but you know, but you know, I'm working hard on it. Like I said, there's a support link down below in the description. Just do what you can. I want to make this into a big thing. There's no Riker podcast. I'm copywriting it, so if you steal it, well, I'll come after you.
Get 'em.
You know, but
Go get 'em.
I like the competition. Keep the comments going. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna sign off. This is episode 2. Once again, thank Beth. Follow Beth, Ryker Rydes. That's it.
And I'll promote you on my channel as well. Absolutely.
Thank you, Beth. I appreciate it.
Doing great stuff. So thank you so much for adding this element to the community. It's awesome.
Appreciate it. I'm gonna close it out. And
Have a great day, everybody. Thank
you, everybody. We're out. That's it. We're finished production. Beth, appreciate it. Thanks. If you can, send me in the email your logo so I can pop it up on the podcast while I do my editing. Anything else?
Just a JPEG is fine.
JPEG is perfect.